Hi everybody, hope you guys are having a great day. I want to talk about how to play downstrokes and upstrokes really well. How do we play different heights successfully? In order to do that, first we need to know a little bit about human physiology.
And everybody is just really going for it. Oh! Yeah.
When I talk about human physiology, I'm talking about the mechanics of your arm and your wrist and fingers. So something that's really important to understand is that when you use your fingers, the muscles that are moving your fingers for the most part are located in your forearm down here. And there's actually tendons, which you can think of them as like little ropes or little pulleys running through your wrist and your hand into your fingers. And so when you squeeze your fingers together, there's ropes that are being pulled through your wrist, and those ropes get tight when your fingers are squeezed. Now when you open your hand, the same thing happens, but it happens on the back of your hand. There's different tendons that run through your fingers on the back side, and you can think of them like little ropes that are going through your wrist. You can feel that by when you open your hand, you can feel that your forearm muscle is tight. Or when you squeeze your hand, the other side of your forearm muscle is tight. You can also see the tendons. If you wiggle your fingers around, you can see them in your wrist in some cases. So if you wiggle your fingers around, you might be able to see your tendons actually kind of wiggling through your wrist. Now the reason this is important is because if you're squeezing your fingers tight, there's going to be tightness in your wrist, and your wrist is not going to want to turn. Go ahead and give it a try. Squeeze all your fingers as tight as you can, and then try to turn your wrist. It doesn't want to move. Now the other direction is true too. If you take your fingers all the way up and you open your hand all the way and try to move your wrist, it doesn't want to move. So that's why when I or any other drum instructor tells you don't squeeze, stay relaxed, it's so that your wrist will work properly. Or if an instructor tells you don't take your fingers off the stick, it's the same thing, because you're causing tension to go through your wrist and it doesn't let the wrist move freely. So anytime you're playing anything, you got to make sure that your fingers are relaxed. Even if you're holding onto the stick, they got to stay relaxed, and they can't get pulled off either.